Hey snowmobilers, I'm out here with the Catalyst today and just trying to make sure I'm ready to go for winter. And you know, recently in one of my videos I got a comment asking for more details on the Thunder Products clutching solutions, the tune and the clutch kit specifically that I used in the Catalyst. Let's talk about that right now, and hopefully that will help you guys make a decision about what you want to do with your Catalyst this winter. Let's get into it.
All right, so let's talk about the primary clutch first, okay? So this is the primary clutch. One of the things that the Thunder Products clutching team talks about is the clutch cover. So the clutch cover is this piece right here. This is the stock clutch cover, and you can, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a cast aluminum piece. So when you go to the Thunder Products clutching clutch cover, or any of the other aftermarket clutch covers for that matter, you're going to get a machined aluminum piece. And so this is a very nice, first of all, it's finished. You know, these things are beautiful. They really look good. But there's a couple other things that you get with this. You get a lot more strength, and you get a bushing on the inside here. So this thing, there's a little plastic bushing on the inside. This is in this case, this is a replaceable bushing. So this, because the clutch moves in and out a lot, this tends to wear out eventually, and this is a replaceable bushing. So once there gets to be a little bit of slop in this bushing, you can replace it with a new one, so it continues to work as if it was new. So that's the first thing that you get from Thunder Products clutching. One of the kind of the weaknesses of the Adapt clutch, and a lot of clutches for that matter, is going to be these towers and how much stress there is on them. So anytime you can reinforce that with a new clutch cover, you're going to be better off. The other thing you get with the Thunder Products clutching solution is you get new weights. Now, and this is really hard to see, but the new weights are in here. Right there is the weight. And there's a roller here. Now they give you the weights, and what you do is you tell them, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I've got a 600. I'm going to be riding mostly trail conditions and stuff like that. And they send the weights pre-configured. So the first thing that you buy from them is going to be the clutch cover, and that's mainly for reliability. The second thing is going to be a clutch kit, and to do that, you've got a spring and then the weights here. And that's what gets you for the primary clutch. On the secondary clutch side, there's a couple of things that they did. First of all, they give you a different spacer. So the way that the Arctic Cat secondary clutches work is sometimes you have to move the entire clutch side to side in order to get it lined up, so the belt is exactly lined up with the primary clutch. With the case of the Arctic Cats, you don't do that. Instead, you move the outside sheave side to side, and that changes everything, okay? So the main alignment is done in between the clutches, and there's basically a washer in between there, or a couple of washers. Now, in my case, there was two from the factory, and Thunder Products clutching changed that to a single washer that's a little bit thicker than those two washers added together. So these sheaves are just a little bit farther apart, and that improves the alignment with the primary clutch, and that allows the entire thing to shift better. The other thing you get from Thunder Products clutching is a new helix. Now this happens to be just a spare helix that I have laying around. This is not an Adapt helix. This happens to be a Team helix. But you can see these ramps right here, and the normal, what they do is they just smooth out those ramps. The ramps tend to be a little tight on the Adapt secondaries, and by smoothing that out, it allows the rollers to move up and down the ramp a little bit better, and so you get a smoother shifting. The other thing that they talk about, that Thunder Products clutching talks about, this happens to be a secondary spring that I had laying around, and let's see if I can, you can see that tab kind of on the left-hand side over there. You can see a tab. Well, what that does is it prevents the spring from spinning. Well, on the secondary, the clutches move in and out. The spring does not spin. The problem is that when the spring is compressed or expands, it has a tendency to turn a little bit, and if it's not allowed to spin, it binds up in there. So what they suggest is removing that tab. Now, in my case, I didn't have the guts to do that. So what I did instead is I just added a couple of Delrin washers to basically improve that motion. All right, the last thing that I did with Thunder Products clutching is I added an ECU tune, or an ECM tune. Arctic Cat calls them an ECM. Other people call them ECUs, and the difference is electronic control unit or electronic control module, and it depends on, I don't know, they're both the same, they mean the same thing. But that one, you remember now, is right here. You can kind of see that right there, all those wires there. That is the electronic control module on the Arctic Cat. And so anyway, it's right there, and on the Arctic Cat Catalyst, that is. And so what I did there was that once you have the clutch kit, then this allows you to kind of further tweak the performance a little bit. They spent a lot of time measuring the exhaust gas temperature for each cylinder. The factory tune applies to a single exhaust gas temperature sensor, just one. So there's 2 cylinders, and in order to get a really good reading, I mean, that's pretty close, it's good enough, but to get a really good reading, it turns out that when they put 2 different exhaust gas temperatures, one for each cylinder, on the exhaust, they discovered that there is actually a considerable difference between the two. So they were able to adjust the fuel mixture for the 2 cylinders so that it would even out the combustion on both cylinders. The other thing they did is they did adjust the oil a little bit. I don't remember exactly how much they did. I know that Terry said they added a little bit of oil here and there. And again, they also, fuel-wise, they took away a little fuel in spots and added a little fuel in spots. And what that did was it eliminated, these things have a tendency to have a high idle. So especially after you've been riding for a while and you pull into like a gas station, for example, that was probably the most annoying time for the high idle, is to sit there at the gas station and have to let it calm down. But anyway, they were able to eliminate that high idle and get that to smooth out. So because they improved the fuel mixture, so they did tweak. It's not a performance tune per se. They're not looking for more horsepower. They're looking for a more even power band, and a more reliable running of the engine. And it runs good so far. I've had it idling a little bit here and did a track alignment and stuff on it, and it seems to run okay. I'm interested to see how this works once I get on the snow. But their tune is intended to complement the clutch work that was done. It's not necessarily, that's not the first thing they want you to go to. That's the last thing they want you to go to. The clutching modifications, the clutch cover was kind of expensive, but the rest of it is really easy, really inexpensive. The tune is probably the most expensive out of everything. So, and again, it's probably the last thing that you would do. You have to have the clutch kit in order to use the tune. So the best thing to do with those guys is to call them and ask them. They're out a lot testing. They do a lot of testing. They themselves ride and test. And for that reason, sometimes they're out of the office, so you got to leave a message. But they're easy to get a hold of. Their website is there. It shows you how to contact them. But the best thing to do is to actually call them and talk to them in person.
All right, I think that wraps it up. I hope that was helpful for everyone. Thanks for watching, and I hope in the near future I see you on the trail.